Hey, good morning, everybody. I'm going to do a little update on our live bear tank that we have platies and mollies and guppies in it. And so I thought I would share that with you this morning. Let's flip this back around. We have a whole bunch of babies. We've got some bloom platies, and we've got some guppies. Uh, we've got uh, that's pretty much it. Platies, muppies, platies, guppies, and mollies. I don't know if you can see at the top. You see some of the babies up here at the top? Some of these are uh, guppies, and some of these are mollies. And we have quite a few platies. I don't know if you can see them down here at the bottom swimming around. Try to keep the camera or the reflection. There's one right here. It's hard to focus in on the little babies there. But we've probably got 8 or 10 uh, little red mollies in here that have been hanging out in the rocks for quite some time. Oh, good morning, Jeff. We're going to do something a little different. Got you, Jeff. Come on. We're going to give you a little tour of the baby tank here. Let me throw some food in here and see if I can't get them to come out a little bit more. They tend to, all the babies and stuff, get active when I put a little food at the top here. Sorry for the shakiness there. Yeah, they're all done up there. Here comes some babies over to eat. A couple back in there. But these babies are growing along pretty good. There's a couple little red ones. These are red mollies. They're probably, I don't think they're a month old. You get a lot of glare from the windows in the back there. It makes it hard. So down at the bottom here. Yeah, they've really grown a lot. It's really fun. Yeah, this is the big tank. This is the 55-gallon tank here. See this lava rock here in the back, and you'll see some of the babies floating around here. They've been hiding down here into the lava rock. There's another one right at it, and so that's where they hid out to keep from getting eaten. Um, I'll show you the baby tank here in a minute. Look at a bunch of them right here, like a whole little school of babies. Yeah, these are little red platies here. I don't know exactly when they were born, but what they started coming out. I'd see them in the rocks. Well, they're getting big enough. Now they're getting out amongst all the other fish without being gobbled up. And then they become dinner. Um, so I don't know what the live stream picture. I hope it's coming out good because they're kind of small. Oh, you can see good? Okay, good. And, yeah, so we got a whole little school of little platies. I've got a bunch of grass up here at the top, and there's still some hanging out at the top up here. Yeah, there's some black mollies in there, and I'm thinking there's a couple guppies that's hanging out up in there too. The guppies take longer to grow because they're smaller fish to start with, and so they don't grow, nearly as quick as the other ones do. Um, so there's some down here at the bottom. Let's see if we can. I have to say I see them, then I get down to them. There they are. There's one here in the pot. There's that's a platy there. I have my one lonely neon there. This neon, we put like 10 of these when this tank was new, and it was too early, and the ammonia level got up, and I love the decor, very original to me. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Thanks, Jeff. I just mainly did it cheap. This lava rock, get it right over here at Lowe's, and like $3.99 for a big bag of it. I've used that lava rock in here, but I've also used it as a substance in my sump filters down below. And stuff really has worked out good. These other bigger rocks were bags we got at the dollar store for $1. Threw them in there. Got this kind, and we had this kind of rock. And then you get these little pots, 97 cents at the Lulls. So, I try to keep everything inexpensive. I build all my own sun filters and stuff. You can still spend some money there, but I try to keep the expenses down as much as I can. And it's been, we spend more time looking in this tank because we're always looking for babies and watching babies grow. Now, let me show you over here. We have another, this is actually, the clay pot is a cool setting. Yeah, and I'll show you some more stuff here with the clay pot. This is actually the baby tank. These are mainly guppies in here. There's one. Because they're so much smaller than like the platies and that. In order to keep them from getting eaten, I set this little 10-gallon tank up and try to raise them up here. Seems like they're slow growing. I don't know why. They get fed 3-4 times a day. And seems like they're very slow growing in here. I have a sponge filter on a bare bottom tank set up here. And it just makes it easier with no gravel at the bottom of it if you want to move them back out when they get big enough. Oh, okay, that was the one I thought you were showing. Yeah, that was my original. This is actually our grow out tank. What happened here was we found a bunch of these in the big tank, and they seemed like they were doing a good job of hiding. And so we thought we would just leave them in there and just take a chance and see if they would grow out enough. Well, it's working there. There's a lot of them grown out. Black Molly back here by this heater. There he is. He's hanging out by the heater there. That's a Black Molly. There's several little Black Molly. I already did that this morning. I'm careful how I do this tank because it's a smaller tank, and the filter, you don't want to pollute it too quick because you can throw the balance of the tank off very fast. So I try not to, I feed enough but not overfeed it, you know. I watch the bottom here. If I get a lot of debris build up on the bottom there, I'll siphon that debris off and add some fresh water to it. What I also did is use this. This is the original filter. We got these at Walmart, this little 10-gallon setup. They come with these little filters that goes inside, and I figured it'd suck up the babies, but I took this, it's like a Dacron sock like. You use it on your power filters. I took an old one, which already had biological stuff on it, so it helps the tank. Slipped it over the edge so it doesn't suck the babies in. And so far, I don't think I've lost any babies to the our filter being sucking them up on it. So, but the baby tank, it's odd. I think it's mainly because they're guppies. They grow so slow. Seems like, man, they're not getting any bigger. And until I get over here to the big tank, the 55, and look at all the babies in here, and the sides. Oh, so we can see a whole shot. Do you have salt water? I don't now. I used to, you know.
Did you put salt in it?
Yeah, well, that's just regular salt. It's not the same as ocean salt, but yeah, here's the two tanks set up. This is the big one, of course, the 55, the little 10-gallon tank is the one that I'm raising little babies up. But I use non-iodized regular salt, like a table salt, but table salt, a lot of it's iodized. You can't use that. I use that for all my tanks. It helps replenish slime coating and that on your fish on it. Okay. Yeah, now we're going to go over here to, this is our 20-gallon, this is our parrotfish. Yeah, there's, you can see Patty's down here in the pot. We got she's original color. Yeah, she's very timid. We got Patty, and then here's Pinky. She's on the side. Now, she'll turn orange. She was dyed on it. But they love these clay pots, and these, sorry about the background I'm getting from the windows. If I get it up high, eliminate some of that. But down in here, you can see, I don't know if you can see on the camera how piled up this is. The orange one that's in the pot hiding, she goes down in there and pulls sand out, and she's making mounds. I don't know if the camera shows how high she's mounted this up or not. And she's done it in the back corner where she's mounted this all up. Yeah, Pinky's pretty, she'll come right out. Stupid glare in the window makes it hard to, yeah, Pinky will come right out to you. Sometimes you put your finger up here. Sometimes she'll come to the finger. Yeah. You gotta come up to me. Yeah, she's gonna be a little shy there, but she's not as shy, but Patty's orange one, she's very, very timid. And so this is our Parrotfish tank. Our sharks are growing. These things have gotten bigger. These will get quite large. Probably not as much in this tank, because they kind of adapt to the size of most fish on it. Yeah, they are very vibrant colors. Oh, when I got these, she liked them. She goes, I don't know if I like those, but they're her favorite now. She sits here and watches. They'll take a mouthful of sand and they'll spread it all over the bottom, and they'll, they're always doing it. And I had one time I took a picture of one, and she looked right at me and spit sand out. Here comes Patty out now. See,
tell them what the iridescent shark things are.
Okay, the iridescents, that's Penn and Teller. Soon remember which one. The one's
the
Penn.
Darker, or the lighter one is Penn.
The lighter one's Penn. The darker one's Teller. So we've got Penn and Teller, Pinky and Patty that's in this tank. I never used to name fish, but Sue got me a name in fish. So now we name the fish. It's kind of fun. And over here, we've got another tank. This is a little goldfish tank that I use these goldfish to cycle the tanks to get them started. And so I don't have any algae eaters, and I could use them, but I just haven't gotten any. I have used them, but yeah, we named some of these. The biggest orange one in here. Tail. I don't know if you can see it.
She's right there.
She's here in the corner. So they want more food right now, but we named that Abby. We got like 20 of these goldfish when we first set it up, and I never named fish, so we named fish. We had bobfish, Sue fish, Cassie fish, and Abby fish. The only one that lived through all these cycling of these different tanks was Abby fish, and she is the biggest one. And it's hard for me to point it out, but anyway, she's the biggest one. Abby's the doggy. Let's show you Abby. Abby's sitting over here in the corner.
There's Abby.
That's Abby fish, or that's just Abby, and this is Cassie.
There's Cassie.
And so,
hi, Jeff.
What we did after we named that and they've made it through, it's like, well, they've done their job. These fish are feeder goldfish. They use them a lot to feed bigger fish. And
you had them in with the parrots, and that wasn't good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Jeff said your special filters keep them clean. They do help. Filtration is key. And I really don't have much trouble keeping my tanks clear because the filtration that I've made up on it. But anyways, it's time to get rid of them, and I'll go back here to the.
But I didn't want him to feed him to the Paco.
Paco, yeah. Taco the Paco.
Because I'm attached.
Good morning, lucky dogs. Lucky dogs. Yeah, so Sue got attached to him, and I go, well, I can't afford to buy it. I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna buy a tank.
So we spent $40
for $40, a little more.
For $1.20.
For $1.20 worth of goldfish. So Sue saved the goldfish, and so here they are. They're up in there, and I even have another one. I made a little bowl up here. I'll show you that one right here. This Persimmon Hollow is a brewery we have downtown, but they don't come out much. I made a little filter for this little fish bowl, and they probably won't. It's hard to do. I got one hand here.
Stick your finger up there, they'll probably come to you.
They're kind of timid, but anyways, put a little filter in there. We had 2 of these minnows that we use to cycle tank with, rosy reds, and my idea with this little thing, I was going to put a beta in it. Beta don't need aeration, but this little filter system will help keep it clean. I don't know if they're out there or not. Nah, you still can't see them. They hang at the bottom a lot. There they go, moving around. They're so fast and running around. These were
just inky dinky when we got them.
Yeah, they were tiny little feeder fish, like 20 cents. Again, to cycle a tank. But so I built this little filter. It's working good, I set this up. One thing I do is replace a little water in it now and then. and it's got the biological setup. So that's our little.
No, go show Paco the taco.
Let's
and how we put 15 of them in there.
Yeah, we're gonna walk in here. So Paco wasn't behaving himself, and I might have shown this before. And so what we did here is Paco's got a home in there. So there's Paco the taco, Taco the Paco. Yeah, we call him Taco, Taco the Paco. This guy was about the size of a quarter when I put him in here, probably 2 months ago. As you can see, I'll put my hand up against there. He's about the size of my hand now, on maybe a little smaller. But he's been hanging out in here. He's a pig. I'm going to turn the light on here. There, we got the got little LEDs in his tank. Yeah, he's a real pig, and he will eat and eat and eat, and it's going to be expensive. Well, that's what I was just going to tell him. Sue said give some dog food. So what I've done here, this is I always have some dog food here left over, and he'll go up there and bam, he got dog food. He loves dog food, and so he'll just suck dog food right down. Yeah, they're very similar to piranhas. You know, they're really kind of the same family. Silver dollars, piranhas, and pacos are kind of the same family. Pacos do have things. Sue said feed him dog food. I just did. All right. So yeah. So what I do, I feed him regular food too, but he would eat a whole bottle of food like nothing. And so my little poodle's always leaving bits of dog food laying around here. So I just cut it in two and drop it in there, and he'll just literally open his mouth and he'll eat every piece of. Yeah, he is really a beautiful fish. He's going to really get quite big, but he's sent here in my little homemade, just a storage container is all it is. Storage container with a power filter on it, got a heater on it, and I just do water changes and treat it just like I would any other aquarium. And he's done fine. He's good and healthy in there. So, anyways, this is Taco the Paco tank, and let's walk on in here. Got one more tank. We got the African cichlid tank down the hall. This is my original one. I've had this tank for years, and we've set it up. And again, using some tiles and stuff. But these are African cichlids. And that's mainly what I want in this tank. Africans are very territorial. And so they're doing very well here. And this is a 30-gallon tank. I've had this one used to be saltwater years ago. I had a reef tank. It was a saltwater reef tank. And very hard to keep. It's got this lighting up here, had special lux lighting because you need a lot of lighting. You had to put calcium drips, and very expensive, and you had to take a lot. Well, I've had it in somewhere some of the rocks were dying off, and decided it was just going to be too expensive, so I abolished the saltwater tank, and it sat empty for years, maybe 7-8 years or maybe longer, and decided to set it back up again. And originally I put Paco the taco in the this tank along with the iridescent sharks. What happened? The iridescent sharks started getting beat up, and I thought iridescents they spaz out. They'll fly around the tank. I thought they were just beating themselves up. Well, they wasn't. Taco was getting after them. I had gotten a couple of these Africans, the bigger ones than these, to put in with them, thinking, well, Africans are pretty tough, they'd be all right. Well, one came up missing, and another one came up missing, and Paco was eating them. He ate $16 worth of fish in one day, and Paco ended up into that other tank out there that I showed you guys, and that has became his home. So, well, anyways, I thought I'd come on here a bit. I'm glad to see Jeff come by. We're not going to do our morning coffee chat on a regular basis. So don't tie me up for one reason. I can, when I have time, I'll put up a chat. And glad to see Jeff pop on. Tammy had sent me a message and was asking about it. And I said, well, make sure you have the little bell at the top and it'll ring you when I'm doing a live chat. And this way, Oh, he likes fish more than me. uh, so, anyways, um, I'm glad to see that work. Jeff popped on there, but anyone else, so they watching this later or whatever, get your notifications on there, and it'll come back up. And we're gonna this. It doesn't tie me up. The coffee chat, was keeping me tied up every day, 8 o'clock, getting it all ready and all that. It became a burden, and I was enjoying it, but it was such a burden. And if I wanted to do something in the morning, this morning I did rent out at the time we've been done, and had a little order. I had to go get some ink for our printer. Well, then I'd had to wait around the coffee chat. So this way it gives me flexibility. So I'm going to pop on now and then, do some live feeds, and hope I get a good following with that. I'm really tickled to see Jeff come on board, uh, and see how that goes for a while. And these will be posted online afterwards. If somebody misses it, you'll be able to go to them and do watch them later on and make comments and stuff on it. So I hope anyone out there is watching this later on or now. I think there's only two on this: Jeff, Sue, and me. So, but if anyone's watching this later on, if you enjoyed it, give us a thumbs up in the comment section there. But leave a comment. If you're not a subscriber, do me a favor. Yeah, I hope it works out too, Jeff. If you're not a subscriber, and I might do other things besides just fish tanks, whatever. Might be out in the middle of somewhere in town. But if you're not a subscriber, hit the subscribe button, and hit the little bell at the top. Will notify you when I've got things coming on in that. So appreciate everybody who comes on. So we're going to get out here today. I hope you enjoyed our little update on our live bearer tank, because the babies are growing. So we'll see everybody again the next time. This is Wednesday, so everybody have a good Wednesday. Talk to y'all later.